What? Ollie put his back against the wall and bent his knees to make his legs into a kind of chair. I braced my hands on the wall and stood on one of his legs, then pushed up to stand on the other. We wobbled a little, but I saw two heads of wavy hair. It was the brother and sister duo who were impossible to beat at the last camp. "Found Nat and Richie," I said to Ollie. "Ash and Ollie, stop that," Coach Lena shouted. "That's dangerous." I jumped down to the ground and my cheeks got hot. "Sorry, Coach Lena," Ollie and I said at the same time. Side note, a cool thing about Coach Lena is that she can hold a handstand for 5 minutes. At least that's the rumour I heard last camp. Ollie and I sprinted through the crowd of kids to Richie and Nat. We had a gigantic group hug, except for Ollie, who likes high fives better than hugs. Then, Coach Jim tapped on the microphone and told us all to settle down so he could go through the camp rules. We all groaned because nobody likes rules. Side note, a random thing about Coach Jim is his moustache is so big and perfect that it has apparently won awards around the world. But one of my friends was missing. "Where's Zia?" I asked. Zia was my best camp friend, my BCF. I couldn't do camp without her. My underarm started feeling hot as I looked around for her. Where was Zia? Thing 3. My heart was pumping hard for a few seconds, but then Nat pointed behind me and we watched Zia march through the crowd. She looked sweaty and grumpy, and she was pulling someone else along behind her, a girl who looked exactly like her. "Hey, Zia," I said. "Ash, hello." "Hey, everyone. I'm so glad we're finally here." "Who's this?" Ollie asked. A tiny head popped around Zia's body to look at us. "This," Zia said, "is my sister Zari." My jaw dropped. Zia has a sister? A little sister who looks exactly like her, just a little bit shorter. They even both have their hair in identical curly styles. "Hi, Zari," I said. "Nice to meet you. I didn't know Zia had a sister who plays tennis." Zari gave me a big smile. "Horse riding camp got cancelled, so I decided to come here." "You're a horse rider?" I asked. "How'd you get into tennis camp?" Ollie asked. "Why didn't you just relax at home?" Nat asked. Zari shrugged, and Zia rolled her eyes. "She's good at everything she does," Zia told us. "Ash, I hope you don't mind sharing our room." Coach Jim said into the microphone, getting our attention. "I have a pretty big announcement to make." We all held our breath as we waited to hear. Guess what, Diary? Coach Jim's announcement made my jaw drop. The announcement. There will be a huge tennis tournament in 2 weeks at the local arena, and the tournament is looking for ball kids who collect the tennis balls during professional tennis matches. They want 2 kids from our camp. So our coaches will make us compete in the end of camp tournament, and the winners will get to be the ball kids. And we might even get interviewed for TV. And most importantly, meet some tennis heroes. I'll tell you this, Diary. My heart started beating twice as fast. When Coach Jim finished his announcement, I looked straight to Zia, and we both squealed and jumped up in the air. "I can't believe this," Nat said. She put her hands on her brother's shoulders. "We might get to meet a famous tennis star." She shook him about until he started laughing and pulled out of her grip. What would I do if I was chosen? What tennis outfit would I wear? How would I introduce myself? What questions could I ask them? "Wow, you're all really excited," Zari said. "This is the most exciting news we've ever had at camp."